alright. Not much happened this week. It was a bit wet, a bit blustery. Chopped down a tree, planted some potatoes. That's about it. I hope it's not too boring. If it is, let me know in the comments. I built a stile down in the woods several months ago in order to get over the fence and then access the water. My neighbour told me the other day that one of the trees has come down and smashed the stile. Not ideal. Hopefully it's not completely trashed. It's like I've got enough tasks to do without adding more to them, but never mind. On the plus side, the carnuka trees that would have smashed the stile make great firewood. Some of the best wood in New Zealand for burning. Really hard, really dry, burns well. So it's not all bad. Although it is down a steep hill, so that's a lot of lugging stuff today just to get that solved. Right, let's go check the damage out. Luckily this is pretty much fine. Just a couple of nails in the top and it'll be done. But I better clear this wood up though. These are the branches that came down. You can see the tree there that would have broken off from. I've got this bag of potatoes that are just all, you know, going to sprout well past their, these look terrible, well past their best before date. I'm going to chuck them in the ground and grow them. People say that you shouldn't and that you should buy seed potatoes. The reason for that is they say that, one, I think these are sprayed with some sort of inhibitor apparently that stops sprouting, but either this hasn't been sprayed or the inhibitor clearly doesn't work. People also say that seed potatoes are guaranteed not to have disease, whereas not so with these. I kind of feel that that's all nonsense. I've got no reason to think that. I've got no proof of it. I don't know, it just doesn't, or maybe that it's not nonsense, but just that the case for using seed potatoes has been sort of hyped up more than it needs to be. And so the empiricist in me just wants to grow them and see what happens. So I'm going to do a few seed potatoes and a few rotten old potatoes out of this bag, and we'll see what happens. They do look a bit different, I suppose. The seed potato here looks pretty neat and tidy. There's just one chip coming off here, whereas that, on the other hand, that's just one that's been left in the bottom of the cupboard for a while. You can see little potatoes coming up there as well. This is radicchio or chicory, and I left it. I don't know why, we just didn't get around to eating it. And I think because it looks nice, if I'm honest. I thought, oh, that looks nice, so I didn't do anything with it, and I just left it in the garden. And I managed to create this kind of haven for snails. Probably wasn't very smart. I probably should have taken it out of the ground a long while ago. But it's funny, I normally try and keep things sort of fairly neat and tidy just so you don't create these sort of these homes. But what happens here is you can see all of these leaves that are sitting on the floor right at the bottom of the plant. They get all damp and wet, and then slugs move in, and it's become their home. And then the further problem is they then sort of venture over to other plants that they like the look of, I think. And these Brussels sprouts plants have all been nailed, which I presume was by this lot here. So I'm going to take this out. Bit of a shame because these, like I say, I think they look quite nice with these vivid colours. But man, look how many snails we got here. So many snails in there, way more than I suspected. There was probably like at least 50, maybe more. But what's weird is they're not actually eating this stuff at all. You can see it's completely untouched. Maybe that's not a surprise actually. This stuff is very bitter. I guess they don't like that. But yeah, I just created a little hotel for them, and then they're just sort of venturing off and eating the rest of the garden. Yeah, well, that's a bit of a lesson to me, really, I suppose. When if something's just there and you're not going to eat it, and it's best just to harvest it, get it out of the way. Right, move on. That's enough about snails. This is my granddad's axe. It's an absolute beauty. I guess this is English oak. Must be. It looks exactly like that. He often made his own handles, so he may have even made this. I don't know. But yeah, there's something nice about inheriting tools. I guess you care for them a bit better, and then you enjoy using them a bit more. That's pretty much it for this week. Well, I did warn you there's not much going on. Actually, I did do some plumbing on the bus, but I'm saving that for next week. Should be interesting. All right, thanks so much for watching.